Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi baby. You guys have to see Skyla. She's so cute. I put her in her Minnie Mouse dress for this video so you guys could see. You need to show everybody your Minnie Mouse dress? Look at you. This is from Target. Isn't it so cute? Show the little Minnie Mouse on the front. Show the little Minnie Mouse. Can you say Minnie Mouse? No. Say Minnie Mouse. That's one of her new words that she can say is Minnie Mouse, and it is so cute. We're here for Skyla's 18-month update, although she'll be 20 months in, let's see, 3 days, I think. We're up in the playroom right now. Normally I keep Skyla in my videos for these updates, but since she's more independent and older now, it would be impossible to just keep her in my lap for the whole video. So I'm hoping that she'll come in and out of the frame so you guys can see her, but I know you see her in my vlogs every day anyway, so you get the idea. I put like little milestones in my notes just as they happen so that I remember to tell them to you guys, but I'm kind of just gonna start with like what's happened as far as like monthly since I was here last. My last video was when she was 12 months, and in that video we were in our apartment. We were in a temporary apartment because we were moving. I've got like hair. We were in a temporary apartment, and you'll hear Adeline's baby grunts over there. If you're a new follower, I also have a 2-month-old, so she's in here with us. She's in her little play gym right now. We were in a temporary apartment because we were about to move into the house that we're in now. We had moved, Nick's company relocated us to Georgia, and we were in a temporary apartment waiting until we had found a house, and we hadn't even closed on our house in Texas yet. When we were in that apartment, in that temp apartment, we hadn't even closed on our old house, and we were like moving into a new house, and it was so crazy because there was all this stuff that kept happening, and like our old house wouldn't close, and then there were like things with the new house that were making it just so difficult for everything to like come together. And I have to tell you guys that moving is one of the most stressful things in the world. I was pregnant, Skyla was 1, and it was madness, but we're all moved into our new house and everything is finally like organized and put away, and we're just like, we're living. We're so happy here. I specifically couldn't be happier here. Nick likes Georgia. He's not like as obsessed with it as I am, but I'm like obsessed. I've made new friends. I love it here. Nick, he likes it, but he's just nowhere near on the level that I am. Nick eventually wants to live in Texas because he wants to be close to our ranch. And he wants to go out to the ranch like every weekend, and I don't blame him. He's such a he is just such a guy's guy, and he's so into the hunting cabins, and he's just all into that. So I digress. When we moved here, I think it was in June, we had an amazing summer here. We took her to Disney for her first birthday. I turned 27 in September, and thank you. Are you bringing me magnets? She has this magnetic board that she puts these little magnets on. These are from Pottery Barn Kids. Do you want to look up there? You want to look up there? And she puts the magnets up on the board. She loves having fun with that. I knew it. She does not like to sit and just chill. That is not my baby. Don't climb up there though. So I turned 27 in September, and we went to Port St. Joe, Florida for my birthday. We took Skyla. It was her first time at the beach, and it was so much fun. I mean, it was hard. I won't lie, it was really hard taking a 1-year-old to the beach because I mean, you have to constantly, if you have like a runner like Skyla, you have to constantly be running after them at the beach, and it's not like, you can't just like sit on the beach and relax like you would expect to relax at the beach. It is so different when you take a baby toddler with you to the beach, which seems obvious, but before you have kids, I guess I didn't really grasp like how difficult some certain things would be, and vacationing is one of those things. For Halloween, we dressed up as the Peter Pan family. For her first Halloween, we dressed up as Snow White and Prince Charming, and then this year we stuck with the Disney theme, and I think I'm going to continue with the Disney theme until Skyla wants to change it to something else. I'm a Disney lover to the core, and so all things Disney, that is where I thrive. So we did the Peter Pan, oh baby, don't get up there. We were the Peter Pan family, so I was Wendy, Nick was Peter Pan obviously, and Skyla was Tinkerbell, and it was so fun and so cute. We did not vlog, and I wish we would have, because that would have been so nice to look back on, but we didn't do it. She actually got out, like we pulled her in a little, like, I can't think of what they're called now, like a wagon, and she actually got out and went up to the doors, and after a couple she got it, and she would bring up her pail, and like, she wouldn't say trick or treat, but she got the idea of it. For Thanksgiving, my mom and Jace came here for Thanksgiving because I was pregnant and I was about to give birth to Adeline any day, so they came here to be with us. It was our first Thanksgiving that we haven't gone and visited one of our families, and it was the same with Christmas. But now that we've got our girls, we're really starting to have holidays here now because we're, you know, now that we have our own family, we have to start making our own family traditions. But it was bittersweet this holiday season not going home to my parents' house and Nick's parents' house, because there's something about that every year when, like, after you go to college and you go home every year to be with your family, it's so magical. And sleeping in your old childhood bed, whether it's in a new house or not, you know, if your parents moved to a new house, you're still in your parents' home and you're in your old childhood bed if they still have it, which my mom does, and it's just so special. And I used to go every year for New Year's to my ranch and spend that time with my dad because my parents were divorced. And so it was very bittersweet, and I want to be honest with you guys, I didn't have the, like, it was very hard for me letting go of that part of my life, but I'm so excited to be starting my own family traditions with my family, and I can't wait for my kids to feel that way one day coming home to our house. And then they came back again for Christmas, and Christmas was so great this year. Skyla, it was her first Christmas that she obviously didn't get the Santa idea, but when she woke up in the morning and came out and all of her toys were out, I know that she thought it was just the coolest thing, but she was still just a little too young to understand what Christmas is and what Santa is. She wasn't, like, on that level yet. What do you have? You have your tigers. We got her this tiger, the For Real Roaring Tyler tiger or whatever. And the tiger has this toy, and so you, like, play with the toy in front of the tiger, and she's, like, chewing on it right now like it's her toy. This is Tyler the tiger's toy this guy was chewing on. We took her pacifier away, so that is probably why she's got something in her mouth, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. One of her favorite things right now is when I, like, pick her up. If I start doing it, she won't let me stop, so I can't really do it right now. When I pick her up and just, like, toss her around and we do toga, toddler yoga, not like really, it's not like actual yoga, it's just us messing around, me lifting her. She loves to do airplanes. She's just, anything that you're, like, flipping her around, she loves. She just lives for it. So, but once you start, you cannot stop, because that is when a full-blown freak out happens. Oh, you're drooling everywhere. Are you teething? I think she might be teething. I think the molars might be coming in. I thought that I could feel them the other day over at Krista's house. So, let's see. What do we do for New Year's? Nothing. We hung out here. We just had totally low key because Adeline wasn't that old yet. It wasn't even, I mean, I'm used to, like, every New Year's partying, and ever since I've had kids, I'm not kidding. Skyla, don't pull it down. Ever since having Skyla, actually ever since the second I got pregnant, I feel like I became a completely different person than who I was before I got pregnant, and I would have to say that that's a really good thing. But there was no partying this year for New Year's. There was partying in my bed sleeping. That was my party. That was the party level I was on. Okay, so now let's talk about what's been going on, like my little milestones that are in here. I am sorry, I apologize in advance. This video is gonna be so long. Once she got to be about, I would say, 15 months is when all sorts of things started just clicking for her. That's when she really became, like, she started getting smart. So like I said, around 15 months, that's when everything, just the wheels started turning in her head and everything started clicking, and she started getting smarter and smarter and smarter once she got to be about 15 months old. And every day she just surprises me with something new that she knows how to do, and it's like she's watching you even when you don't even realize it. And then she'll do something like put on, you know, she'll take a makeup brush and start putting it to her face, and it's just things like that. It's been amazing to watch her develop and just become so smart and mimic me in so many ways. It's crazy. I don't know exactly what age she was when she got her ear tubes. It was shortly after we moved here. I would say maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Skyla got ear tubes. So a lot of people ask me about how that experience went, what was it like getting ear tubes and all of that. And It was great because ever since we had it done, she hasn't had any ear infections, and the procedure was like this fast, and she didn't even, like, once she came out of the anesthesia, she didn't even really know that anything had happened. Like, she was crying for a little bit, she was fussy, but then once we got home, it was like it never happened. There wasn't like a recovery period or anything like that. And but before that, she was having ear infections all the time, and now, like, where I am now, like, I feel a little bit more educated in terms of, well, this is gonna be controversial, but I think that dairy had a lot to do with it. I haven't cut dairy out of her diet. She still has dairy, but I do think that Skyla had a milk protein allergy when she was a baby. She had to be on Alimentum and all of this, and I think that there have been a lot of complications in Skyla's life because of dairy. I'm not gonna go like a lot into that because that's just so much to talk about, but so many people were warning me and saying, I think it's dairy, and I would be like, yeah, right, no, it's not, and I was just in denial about it. But I feel like the more you know, the more you learn, and you look back and you think like, okay, you know what, maybe they were right, maybe it was dairy, because my second daughter has a milk protein allergy, so I can't have the main dairy sources like milk and cheese in my diet. I do have other like small, like things that have a little bit of dairy in them and it doesn't bother her, but milk and cheese are gone, and she's cleared up all the symptoms that she had that made me know that she had a milk protein allergy like Skyla. Anyway, if you have to get tubes for your child and you're nervous about it or worried about it, don't be, because it was just the smoothest, easiest, simplest routine ever, and she hasn't had another ear infection since. And before, no, she almost has a full set of teeth, and I think right now her molars are coming in because she has all the front teeth, and the only two that she doesn't have are just the two in the back, so I guess that would be molars and wisdom teeth, is that right? And same on the top, so she's got her full set of baby teeth. It's so cute. They're the cutest teeth ever. I just look at her, smile, and I'm like, you're so cute. I'm obsessed with her. So as far as like what she's eating and drinking, that girl will eat. She'll surprise me on the things that she likes to eat because she loves fish. She loves salmon, and I hate fish. She doesn't like mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes, and I keep trying to give them to her, but she doesn't like them, which is crazy. She loves spaghetti, and she loves mac and cheese, but the amount that she loves mac and cheese, I have made, starting when she was around 1, I started to make my own mac and cheese at home because it's a lot easier than you would think, and Pinterest has like a plethora of mac and cheese recipes that you can cook if you want to. But what's been super easy for me lately is doing Nurture Life meals. I do the toddler 1 to 3 year old meal plan, and I'll put a link to them in the description bar because I have an affiliate code for them if you want to try out Nurture Life. But it's basically pre-packaged meals. They're already cooked, prepared, sealed up, and they're sent to you once a week, and it's just like super easy just to, especially because I've got a 2-month-old, it's easy when it's lunchtime or dinner time to just heat them up, give them to her. If she rejects it, fine, you know, put it back in the fridge and you try it again the next day. But I love Nurture Life meals, so that's like what Skyla's been eating a lot. And Nick and I eat HelloFresh meals a lot, so Skyla eats that with us too. But she is super picky, but if there's like a meal that I know she's gonna eat, like if she's so picky, rejecting everything, and I really just need her to eat some calories, bananas, spaghetti with meat sauce, or mac and cheese, game changer, or a pouch. She's obsessed with applesauce, so applesauce from a pouch she's in love with, especially the ones from Vermont Village. They sent some to my P.O. box, and Skyla just be like, it was amazing, like amazing how much applesauce this child can eat. But she loves it. She's still having whole milk twice a day though, only about 6 ounces twice a day of whole milk. She does drink coconut water, but she also drinks regular water. I do give her treats sometimes, like in the almond milk one. They are so good. I highly recommend them, and Skyla loves them too, so she gets those for treats sometimes. I am talking about you getting treats. So her routine, so in the morning she wakes up around 8 o'clock, but some mornings it varies. Like, that's just a rough estimate, but I mean, actually that's not a rough estimate, that's like what, you know, I'm like, when she wakes up at 8, I'm like, yes girl, that's what we aim for. But most of the times it's between 7:30 and 8. 7:30 I can deal with. It's, you know, now that I'm getting sleep again because Adeline is starting to sleep, let it go, let it, honey. Now that I'm getting more sleep and Adeline's only waking up once in the night, I have so much more energy. So if she wakes up at 7 or 7:30, I don't feel like it's the end of the world. But when she was around 1, she was waking up at like 5:30 and 6 sometimes, and I was just like, are you serious? Oh, she just has not been the best sleeper. So 7:30, 8-ish, she wakes up. and I give her milk right away. So some people do breakfast right away and then milk later, but we do milk right away, and then about an hour later is when she gets her breakfast. And breakfast is usually like yogurt, banana, sometimes cereal like Cheerios. Did I say yogurt? Zell, that's Zell, that's right. No. She did not like eggs. She used to not really like eggs, but if you really like dress them up with milk and cheese and you really get them like loaded, she'll eat eggs, but not a lot. She loves toast with butter. She loves toast with cream cheese. She loves peanut butter and jelly. Sometimes we do that for breakfast, so that's how we do that. Then at about 11 o'clock is when she has her snack time. Show us. Show us. She thinks she's in the frame, but she's just trying to show the apple. They can't see you, honey. She'll have a snack at about 11 o'clock or 10 or 11. It just depends. If I can tell she's getting hungry, that's when she'll have a snack. And then usually it's, I have help in the mornings from, don't take my phone. I have help in the morning from 10:30 to 1:30 on weekdays. I've got a like part-time nanny for 3 hours in the morning on weekdays so that I can edit vlogs and get anything else that I need to done. Errands, cleaning up, etc. Oh, it's heaven. It is like everything. I highly recommend it. So the nanny will give her her snack. Then the nanny leaves at 1:30. But I'm gonna need to talk to her about moving up to like 10 to 1 because Skyla needs to start going to bed at 1 now because we've just been really like, we've been rearranging her nap times because lately she hasn't been wanting to go to sleep at, she hasn't been wanting to go to sleep at 7. So we pushed her bedtime back to 7:30. We haven't had the nanny now for a week and a half because she had the flu. So what we've been doing in this past week and a half is at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock is when Skyla's been going down for her nap. So at about 12:30 is when I'll give her lunch. And she usually does not want to eat lunch. She usually will reject her lunch. So, but I always try before nap time. And then what ends up happening is she goes down at 1 and then wakes up and then she wants to eat lunch. Even though by the time she gets up from her nap, it's like 2:30 or 3 and then she wants to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard with Skyla right now to like have like that breakfast, lunch, and dinner schedule. It just doesn't always work out that way. So she naps, if I'm lucky, she'll nap for 2 hours, but it's mostly like an hour and 15 to an hour and 30. Is that normal? Because that's all she'll sleep as far as a nap. And if I didn't pretty much make her have a nap, she probably wouldn't even she could go for the whole day without a nap, honestly. Like, I don't think she even really needs one anymore. She'll wake up from her nap and she gets milk. That's her second milk of the day. And then I'll see if she wants to eat at that point, and it's usually a no. So at that point she'll get like a snack or something. So like an applesauce, or sometimes we do a frozen yogurt in those tubes because it used to feel good when she was teething on her gums. She loved when I would get the tubes of yogurt and freeze them, and she would eat that, and just like, it was heaven to her. So sometimes we do that as snacks. There are a million different types of snacks that we do, and so those are just a couple of them. And then that's when that area of time is like when she wakes up from that nap to when we have dinner. That's the period of time that like we all spend time together as a family. Nick's work schedule is so random that some days he's not here and some days he is, but on the days that he is here, we all together have like our family time during that time. That's when we kind of come up to the playroom during the day, is to kind of just hang out and be up here together. That's that time. So I guess you would consider that playtime. So then at about 6:30 we do dinner, and it's usually a Nurture Life meal or whatever Nick and I are having for dinner, or whatever I'm having for dinner if he's not here. We have our dinner at 6:30. At 7 o'clock it's bath time, and then after bath time we do books. After books it's about 7:30, 7:45, sometimes 8 if it's like the day's running late, and then she goes to bed. Skyla without fail fights bedtime almost every night, and I am not going to push bedtime past 8. I'm just not going to do it. So that's why I'm trying to experiment with nap time to see like what'll work, so that when I do put her down at 7:30 or 8, she's like tired enough to want to go to sleep, because sometimes she's just not. One of her favorite things to do is dance party. put on any type of music and just dance with her around the house. Like if I'm trying to get something done, like cleaning up or making the bed or whatever, if I put music on, I can make it into a game where we're dancing, but I'm also being able to like pick stuff up, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like toys that she likes, you can't really see it, but back there is the Rockin' Rider. It's like a springy horse, like a, what do you call it? Rocking horse, a spring rocking horse, and it sings, and she said she loves it so much. Are you slapping my thigh? She loves that thing. She loves her, there's like a table downstairs. There's a table downstairs that we got from Pottery Barn for her for Christmas. I put like a big piece of paper down, and she's got glitter colored pencils and crayons, and she'll just color all over that whole thing. I also have coloring books that she plays with, like the jumbo coloring books. She loves that. And she loves sticker books, but we've kind of like had to like put like a slowdown on the sticker books because she runs around putting stickers on everything. That's really all that I have to say. Like as far as her personality, she is such a firecracker. She is so smart, and she's so like, she knows how to get what she wants. She knows how to manipulate us. She's just like, she's a 18-month-old teenager. You know how they say like they're a two-nager, a three-nager? She's an 18-month ager. She loves playing with her sister, and they're just, God, they're the lights of my life. I love these little girls more than anything in the world, and just, I get emotional just even talking about it, but I'm gonna show them to you right now. Skyla, careful. I forgot to talk about Skyla's talking. She says like a few different phrases, but she can say tons of words. She can say about 30 words. I was for a while tracking them and how many words she says, and once I got to 20 I stopped doing it, but she's came up with new words and phrases since then. She can say here you go, she can say you're welcome. She sings Let It Go by Frozen. She's like, it's the sweetest thing. And oh, I took the pacifier away. I didn't even talk about that. We took the pacifier away about 2 or 3 days ago. First day I cut the tip off, and she lost interest like this. Without the tip on the pacifier, she had no interest in it. And then the second day, and we also put her to bed like that with the pacifier with no tip on it. We put her to bed with it. She was fine, didn't wake up in the night. Nap time, same thing. So then the second day, I just took it away completely, and she's fine. So all day, that was yesterday. So today, like, there's nothing. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. I'm getting my days mixed up, but either way, she hasn't had a pacifier. So she's doing great. I'm so happy. I thought it was gonna be so much harder. I thought it was gonna be a struggle, but it wasn't at all. So leave your comments below. Let me know, was taking the pacifier away a struggle for you, or was it super easy? But I'm gonna show them to you right now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the video, and I'll see you in my next one.